Alright, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome in. This is BigFinition.com back here with another video. And guys, welcome to the final week of the 2024 through 25 NBA season. And yeah, we're already here. And it's already unbelievable. But like I said, this what is. I said, if you guys did enjoy the content for NBA this season, I do appreciate the support and love we're getting from you guys. You guys are the best. And like I said, we will be back for the playoffs. Next week I will be breaking down every single matchup. Well, not breaking everything down, but you guys are going to see my actual NBA playoff prediction to what I actually do think is going to happen. And we do this every single year. I'm just gonna kind of predict how the playoffs are going to go. So yeah, like I said, you guys haven't already, make sure to hit the like, subscribe button, make sure to join the Discord, make sure to follow me on Twitch at Blue27, so you guys don't miss any future streams, stuff like that. I do plan to get a stream in this week before I do go away for the trip coming up for me. So I have some couple uploaded videos out for you guys. But yeah, that's all I got for this week. So, like I said, a lot of things, a lot of seeding playoff applications on the line here that I really need to get into here. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you guys stay subscribed. Make sure you guys share the channel as well. We really do appreciate it. And yeah, like I said, I do appreciate you guys for always sticking around with us, even though we have been even though we've been through some difficult times. But like I said, I do appreciate you guys for sticking around with us. Alright, so week 25, last week of the NBA regular season is here. We got a lot of good damn matches this week. We got a lot of pivotal matchups. We got a lot of matches like neck to neck in the standings. So this is going to be huge. So let's, first of all, before we talked about any of that, or before we go ahead and get into the games here, let's go ahead and take a look at the leaderboard. So Yeller is up. So my deficit is 5. I can force a playoff, but I'm going to have to get really lucky here. Yeller hanging on to a 5-game lead over... wait, no, never mind. It's not 5. That's 7. Yeller hanging on to a 7-game lead over me. Which is us two are probably only in contention of win. Well, Cam is kind of by himself in 3rd. And then through there, it can go either way. Like 4th or 7th can go either way. So, yeah, lots of things on the line here. Everybody, I do appreciate everybody for joining him for this week's big show, and I do think everybody's going to be back here for the playoffs. But yeah, these are still really good numbers. The numbers that we had so far this year. I think I'm gonna actually do worse than my record was last year. I think I had like 800 something wins last year. I'm only gonna finish about 800 something this year. So yeah, I do think my record's gonna be slightly worse than what it was last year. But you know what it is. I did kind of make some risky picks this week. So yeah, I mean. So, like I said, this video will be uploaded overnight, and I do apologize in advance. That's how we got to go through for this episode, but whatever. Like I said, I do apologize in advance. That has to occur, but you know what? It is what it is. All right, so that is the leaderboard going to this week, and let's go ahead and dive into the last week of the official NBA season. All right, we begin here on Tuesday. We actually have a really good one here to start off. We have Sacramento at Detroit. Now, Sacramento, I think they're guaranteed to make the play-in. And if anyone's wondering, I do have the national televised games up to schedule this week. So whatever's on there is what it is. Okay, I don't have that thing mixed up again. Just so you guys know. But anyway, the Pistons are wearing their city uniforms. I think this game is massive for Detroit because they have a chance to get the 5 seed from Milwaukee. If Milwaukee continues to lose, then I do think Detroit has a chance to get that. But the question is, who do you want to match up here, Detroit? Do you want to match up against New York, or do you want to match up against would you rather take on the Knicks, or would you rather take on the Pacers? That's going to be the big question here. Well, I am going to take the Pacers to win this game because they're at home. They're playing a lot better right now. Wait, is everybody taking the Pistons? Yeah, everybody taking the Pistons. But the Pistons, I'm taking the Pistons to win this game. They're playing better. They're at home, and the Kings are locked into the playoff spots. I don't think this. I meant for a playing tournament spots. I don't think this game really matters that much to Sacramento, and I do expect Detroit to take advantage of it. We're taking Detroit here in week 25. It's the tip off of the week. All right, now we have the Sixers at Miami. I'm taking the Heat to win this game. I trust them more. They got more to play for. They actually have a chance to climb up to a possibly 8th seed in the NBA's. And I know they're going to be in the play-in tournament. The question is, where are they going to be in the play-in tournament? I do think they have a chance to climb up to 8th. I do think this is going to be a huge game to win for Miami. So that's why I'm going to take them here. I think this game is very much more situational for Miami to win. And for Philadelphia, they're just not good. Plus, I don't trust Philadelphia at all. I really don't. Now, I know Andy's lone dog and picking them here, but I don't really like that pick, to be honest. I think Miami's going to beat the shit out of this team. And you could say this is an unfortunate season for Philly, and that's pretty fair. But Miami, this is a game that you have to win. So I think you'll take advantage of it. You'll play like they're going to win it. All right, after that short slate on Monday, we got a 10 slate game on Tuesday. Like I said, we have two 15-game slates, but the game is, but the easy part is we have games like this. We got Memphis at Charlotte. Yeah, Memphis is not losing to Charlotte, especially in the situation they're in. They're in a very packed Western Conference right now, dealing with the huge situation they have to deal in. Memphis right now can either go to 3rd or 8th in the West. They have a chance to go that far deep because that's how talented the West is. When you go into games like this, you have to take care of business, and you got to make sure that you win these type of games like this. Memphis, you better win this game. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna come back and bite you. Alright, next we got the Bulls at the Cavs. Respect to the Bulls. Like I said, the Bulls, they ended up the season pretty well. You know, they're starting to win some games a little bit. But this team is just not better than Cleveland. I mean, going into Cleveland too, and I know the Bulls are better on the road, but yeah, this is just a tough game for the Bulls to have, especially going into the best team in the Eastern Conference record-wise. So yeah, I think this is a tough game for the Bulls to handle. The Cavs take care of business in this one. So, oh my God, man, this schedule is really easy this week. Next up, we have Washington at Indiana. Yeah, the Pacers are going to beat the shit out of the Wizards. I mean, that's... All right, let's just go ahead and guarantee this one. Everybody's taking the Pacers. I don't think anybody will be taking Washington in this one. I mean, I would be kind of shocked Washington. Anybody took Washington to win this game? I mean, let's just speak the facts here. Indiana's just significantly the better team. They're at home, and plus they got more to play for. Plus they're trying to keep that 4th seed away from Milwaukee and Detroit. And I think that's going to be the Pacers. I think that's going to be the Pacers' main focus this week. So I do think they come in here and get the job done. All right, and after that, we have the Hawks in Orlando, and this is one of those games that realistically could go either way because I do think both teams are probably going to match up against each other in the play-in tournament. But I don't know. I think this one really comes down to the home team, but at the same time, the Magic offense is by far the worst in the league. I'm gonna give it to the Magic at home though. I don't know. I said this one could go either way, man. I mean, like I said, both teams are gonna be in the play-in tournament, so I don't think this game really matters. I mean, maybe this might matter for home court advantage, but I don't know. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm not kind of comparing to this. Bryson, Zach, Yeller, Hawks. All right, good old-fashioned split. I like it. Especially in the game has 50-50 playoff applications lines on. I get it. Absolutely understandable. 50-50 split. I like that. Next up, we have the Pelicans at the Nets. Now, the question is, going to this game, who do you think has more firepower? Do you think the Pelicans do, or do you think the Nets do? I think the Nets do. Plus, they're at home in this game, so I'm going to take them. Even if I really don't really have a reason to pick any team here, but I guess I'm taking the Nets because they're at home and they have a little bit more firepower than the Pelicans do in their lineup. So that's what I'm going to go with. But if you want to go with the Pelicans here, I'm absolutely for it, and it's definitely not a bad pick at all, and understand it. But Yeller over there picking the Pelicans is making me want to pick the Pelicans because Yeller's been out hot the last couple weeks. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, everybody taking the Nets to win this one on the road. All right, here we go. So we do have some actually nationally televised games. And like I said earlier, I do have the nationally televised games in for this week. But anyway, the first one on nationally televised on NBA TNT will have the Celtics at the Knicks. Oh my God, I really want to pick the Knicks here, but I just can't. I gotta go with the Celtics here. I know Jalen Brunson's coming back, and that's a huge thing for the Knicks, but the Knicks struggle against the best teams in the NBA, and that's what the Boston Celtics unfortunately are. So I gotta go with the Celtics here, man. I do think this will be a close game. It'll be tightly competitive throughout, but I just gotta go with the Celtics, man. I just think they barely get that slight edge over New York, in a heartbreaker though. All right, now take us to Minnesota at Milwaukee. Now, here's the thing about this game. Minnesota is playing a lot better, and both of these two teams actually have both of these two teams have playoff implications on the line. Milwaukee maybe has a slight chance to catch us to that 4 seed, trying to keep that 5 seed away from the Pistons. And the Wolves are in a really packed Western Conference, so any loss in the Western Conference is massive. But I'm gonna take the home team here and go with the Bucks to win this game. Yes, this is kind of risky, but especially how Minnesota's been playing recently. But I think the Bucks actually take this one at home. I don't know why. I just have the feeling in my gut that the Bucks are gonna win this game. Now, should they win this game? Probably not, but, it is what it is. Wow. Is everybody taking the Wolves? Aiden, Yeller, Andy, Greer, Zach, Bryson? Wow. Even Bryson's taking the Wolves? God damn. That's a shock, man. I thought Bryson was going to go Grizzlies. I thought Bryson was going to go to the Bucks because the Grizzlies complications, but no, he's going with the Wolves as well. So yeah, it's just me and Cam over here. So we'll see what happens about that. Thunder. I'm at Lakers at the Thunder. The Lakers actually did beat OKC pretty bad. I ended up taking the lone dog risk on the Lakers, and I actually was rewarded on that. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it again. I do think the Lakers win this game. I do think the Lakers are very much capable of competing with OKC in the Western Conference Finals, and in the Western. As a team itself, I do think that the Lakers can compete with the Thunder, but it won't be easy for sure. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's not gonna be easy, but I do think the Lakers to have a slim shot. Like if we meet in the playoffs, there's nothing. I think the Lakers will have a decent shot. Not saying they're gonna be the favorites to win that series, but yeah, this game does mean a lot more to the Lakers because the Lakers do have tiebreakers over 4 through 8 in the West right now, so it doesn't really matter to them that much. But like I said, the Lakers all gotta do is win two games and they're guaranteed a 3 seed. So it's not really mandatory for the Lakers to win this game, but it would be nice if they did. So yeah, me, Aiden, and Zach with the Lakers on this one. As I'm just kind of just trying to kind of play out some playoff scenarios here. Golden State at Phoenix, second game on NBA TNT, and I'll be honest, I don't know why this game's on NBA TNT. I think everybody picked the Warriors. I got the Warriors kicking their ass. The Suns, they're just not capable right now. They're not capable of doing anything. Offensively, defensively, they look like shit. They're giving them like highest career points to everybody every single week. Plus, I just think Phoenix is out of it. I don't think Phoenix is a good team. I'll say that every single time. I don't think they're good. Plus, I think doesn't it just feel like the Suns are just out of the playoff mix? I mean, they're not eliminated just yet, but don't it just feel like it? But anyway, Golden State, they're gonna kick their ass. All right, now we got the Spurs at the Clippers. I'm gonna go with the Clippers to win this game, especially playing against a banged up San Antonio team. Yeah, I gotta go with LA win this game at home. It just the playoff application that this team has. Like, so they're in that mix of. They're in that mix of 3 through 8. They're right there in that battle. So, like I said, you gotta take advantage of these in your schedule. Now, if the Spurs were healthier, would this be a more competitive game? Yeah, but I gotta pick a blowout here because the Spurs, they don't really have anybody playing, so I think this is gonna be huge. So, we'll see about that. Wednesday we got another 10-game slate. You guys know what I'm saying. Like, I hate these 10-game slates. I don't know why, but it sucks. But anyway, first up, we have the Celtics at Orlando, and I gotta take the Magic to win this game, man. Wait, did I say the Magic? I gotta take the Celtics. Unfortunately, I gotta go Celtics. Like I said, when you are the worst ranked offense in basketball right now, and you're playing against arguably one of the best offenses in all basketball, now the Celtics could start benching their guys, especially if Cleveland wins against the Bulls. And I forgot to mention this: if Cleveland does beat the Bulls, then they lock up the 1 seed. So, which is probably going to happen. So, question is, do the Celtics start benching people after this game? After that game, if Cleveland wins, I can see it, but in that case, I might have to go with Orlando because they have more to play for. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Celtics. I mean, I think their offense is too dynamic. I think they should be able to take care of business here on the road. All right, next up we have the Sixers at Washington, and I think, if I'm being completely honest, I don't know. I didn't really know who to pick here, to be honest. But I guess I'm gonna go with Philadelphia. But this is a game I can absolutely see Washington winning for no reason. But and the only reason why I say for no reason is because it's the last game of the regular season. I mean, it's the last week of the regular season, and just think that they really don't have a reason to win another game. But if they do, it probably would be here. I mean, they could beat the Sixers potentially, as that's what Yeller is thinking about, which I don't blame at all. Like, Washington can win this game. I mean, I said, it's at home play against a team that's not too much better than you. You can't win this game. Question is, do I actually think it's going to happen, though? Probably not. I'll go with the Sixers. All right, next we have the Hornets at the Portland Trailblazers. I'm sorry, I forgot the Portland Trailblazers are wearing their Celtics uniforms. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about the mess up. But actually, no, I'm gonna fix that real quick because that actually does look bad on my part. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix that real quick. I'll be back here in a minute. But both teams don't really have any playoff applications on the line. Since both teams are eliminated, so both teams really don't have anything to play for here. Well, I guess for a higher draft pick, I guess. I don't know what to say about this game. But if I'm being honest, I'm taking the Blazers to win this game. We're just at home wearing the Celtics uniforms. I know the Hornets are wearing the Celtics uniforms as well, but I think I would rather trust the Trailblazers to win this game at home than me taking the Hornets on the road. Now, okay, so Andy is taking the Hornets, as I can see it. The Hornets haven't not been playing that great, so yeah, we'll see. Both teams just wrapping up their Celtics uniforms for the last time. I get it. It's understandable. Oh, my Lord. Here we go. Luka Doncic makes his return to Dallas, and he's playing against Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis playing against his football team in the Lakers. Whew, man, I can see it. There's going to be a shitload of emotions in this game. I'm going to tell you that right now. AD playing against the former team for the first time. Luka Doncic return to Dallas. You guys know how that's going to be. I'm going with my boys, man. Like I said, I know this game is more. Do I call it that? No, I think this game is more important to the Lakers. I'll be honest, because Dallas is already locked into the playing spot. Lakers are like in the fight, so I'm gonna take the Lakers on the road. I know Dallas and Winter City uniforms, and I like that, but I'm gonna go with the Lakers. I'm gonna take the Purple Pride on the road. Road for Aiden, Bryce Aiden, Zach Dallas. Yeller is taking Dallas as well, and Andy going with Dallas. I like it. 3 on 5. I like that. ESPN action here is going to be a good game. And actually, matter of fact, this is one of these games that I might actually go live for. It just depends, but this should be a good game no matter how you look at it. Heat at the Chicago Bulls. This is a crucial game too. This is actually one of the more serious games that we have to talk about this week because both these two teams are. I'm not gonna guarantee it, but both of these teams are probably on the right path of playing each other in the play-in, and this game could be very massive because whoever wins this game could have home court advantage in that play-in game when they meet, and that will be huge. But I'm actually gonna go with Miami to win this game. Sure, the Bulls have been playing better, but the Heat actually has been picking up these last couple weeks. If you guys haven't watched after 10-game losing streak, they came back and started firing off hot, and ever since then they have been a decent fishing team since. I'm going to take Miami to win this game, but it's not going to be easy. You're going into Chicago, and that's not going to be easy because the Bulls are playing with a lot of confidence right now. But I feel my gut, man. I'm going to go with Miami. If I'm wrong, you know what, then fuck it. But I like this pick here, man. I really do. I feel motivated about this. I'm taking the Heat. So we have more people with the Bulls. I like it. I like being the short side on this one. So we'll see. This is a very crucial game for both teams. Let's see who can get the job done there. Trailblazers at the Jazz. I mean, I'd rather trust the Trailblazers than the Utah Jazz, right? Even though no team has anything to play for here, and I think this one just really comes down to which team you really trust more. And I guess everybody's trusting more of the Trailblazers in this game. So yeah, completely understandable of everybody trusting the Trailblazers more in this matchup. All right, let's go ahead and dive into our next one. Did I skip one? Okay, no, I didn't. But anyway, we got the Spurs at the Golden State Warriors, and like I said, this game really comes down to which team do you trust more. And wait, I take the Spurs? No. I took the Warriors to win this game. No, I took the Warriors. I took the Warriors. I didn't take the Spurs. I took the Warriors. Hold up, I made a mistake. Everybody's taking the Warriors in this game. I accidentally when I made this on I think it was Thursday when I first made this, I had everybody on the Spurs, and I have no idea why, but yeah, everybody's taking the Warriors to win this game. You could pick the Spurs because they're just good going last at it, but when you're this not healthy and you're playing against a team that's a lot desperate, so yeah, just everybody taking the Warriors to win that game. Next up, OKC at Phoenix. Oh god, oh my god, sounds like they're gonna get their ass beat, especially if they lose to the Lakers again. They're gonna get their ass beat. Regardless, I'm gonna say this because it's what's probably gonna happen. Sounds like they're gonna get their ass beat by 30, almost 40 in this game because their team, or I can see OKC start benching people in this game because, like I said, they're already close to number one seed. They really got nothing to play for now. So I can see them benching guys, but at the same time I can't because you know how teams like to be so hard-headed at the end of the year. I don't know, man. It'll be close, man. It'll be a close call for OKC. But anyway, they should go to Phoenix and kick their ass. Alright, next we have Denver at Sacramento, and there was actually a huge deal about this game because if you guys haven't heard, the Denver Nuggets just released their general manager and their head coach, Michael Malone, which is something I'm very shocked in. Now, am I expecting Denver to win this game? Yeah, I am expecting to win this game. This is a crucial moment for Denver, and they're on the road, but like I said, Sacramento, they're already clinched to that play-in tournament spot. Denver has more to play for, so I'm going to go with Denver to win this game. On the road, they come in here focused, and I do think they get the job done. I'll go Denver. So Zach and Andy going to go Sacramento. Not the worst pick there. Like I said, they're at home. That will help them a lot. They got the fans behind them. So yeah, that will be an ESPN game. So that should be very fun as well. Rockets at the Clippers. Man, this could be a big game too. I don't know if it's not necessary for the Rockets because I think the Rockets already clinched the 2 seed. I know they haven't yet, but they're in a pretty good position of doing that. And the Clippers, this is a huge game for the Clippers. This is huge. I'm gonna go with Houston. I just like the way Houston's been playing. I don't care what the scenario is. I know the Clippers need this game more than the Rockets do, but I'm gonna go with Houston, man. I love watching this Houston team. I really do. If you're asking me, this Houston team, they're fun. They're electric. They do everything at the elite level. This team is just very fun to watch. And I do think this Houston team, when they go into the postseason, and I know they're not being talked about a lot, but this team can go in there and beat anybody who they want to beat. And that's just my reality. That's just what I think is going to happen. Now, this is a 50-50 split, and though I agree with this should be a 50-50 split, yeah, I do think, because a lot of playoff obligations on the line. But I do think Houston takes care of business here. As a Lakers fan, I want them to lose, but I don't think they are going to lose. Alright, and now we have Thursday's game. We have Friday, where we have 5 games. I don't think we have any games one day this week. I don't know if I'm right or wrong about that. But anyway, next up we got the Pelicans at the Bucks. Yeah, I'm taking the Bucks to win this game. There's no shot they lose here at home, especially during the situation they're in, playing against the New Orleans Pelicans, who literally has nothing to play for. When I mean nothing, I mean nothing. Bucks, you should be able to take care of business here at home, and you should start worrying about your own business. Your own business is taking care of bad teams at home. Alright, next we got the Pistons at Detroit, and I don't think this game really necessarily means anything for New York, but it could mean something for the Pistons. It really could, especially if Milwaukee does lose. this could be another potential game here. Now, I am going to take Detroit to win this game because they are at home, and maybe I do think Jalen Brunson maybe should be playing in this game because he is coming back from injury, and you want as much as time as possible to ramp him back up. But I don't know, man. Garrett Bryce and who's that? Andy taking the Knicks. I can see it. Let's say Jalen Brunson back. Anything's possible. New York's at home. The Pistons are at home. Expect the Pistons to play their guys all week. I don't know if that's going to be the same story for the Knicks, but yeah, there you go. There you have it. Cavs at Indiana and NBA TNT. First game on NBA TNT on Thursday, so this will be a nationally televised game. I'm as much as I want to take the Pacers, I want to go with the Cavs unless the Cavs are benching people, which I can absolutely see it. But if the Cavs are benching people, I'm going to Indiana. But if they're not benching people, then I will go Cleveland and Squeaker. It should be a good game. It should be a good game no matter what. No matter if the Cavs are benching their stars or not. I do think this game should be close. But yeah, I'm going to go with Cleveland to get the job done here as long as their stars are playing. If the Cleveland stars not playing, then I'm going to go with the Pacers. But Zach and Yeller going Pacers. Maybe they're just imagining. I think Yeller said he's imagining that the Cavs are going to bench their starters. So yeah, I mean, if you're the Cavs, that's probably what you want to do. But anyway, next up we have Atlanta at Brooklyn. Wait, these two teams match up again? Did we just see these two teams? Or am I talking about a different matchup? I don't know. Oh no, I'm talking about a different matchup. I was talking about the Hawks versus the Magic. But anyway, this game, I'm gonna go with Atlanta. I'm gonna go with Atlanta. I know Atlanta's in the play-in tournament, but they have a chance to get somewhat higher in seeding wise. And the Nets, like I said, the Nets just have nothing to play for here. So yeah, everybody taking the Hawks, understandably. Like I said, we have a lot of guarantees this week because we're kind of on the same page this week. So just a little FYI on that. Oh, second game we need a TNT. This is gonna be a fun one here. Minnesota at Memphis, one of the biggest games of the week. Woo! This is huge. I'm taking Minnesota. I'm taking Minnesota to win this game. Memphis has actually been struggling at home a little bit. They've been struggling at home, and Minnesota is pretty damn good on the road. Now, can I see myself being wrong? Absolutely. Do I want to be wrong? Probably, because as a Lakers fan, I'd rather see Memphis in round one if that's a possibility. But I'm gonna go with the Wolves. I think they take care of business on the road. It definitely will not be easy though. Oh yeah, guarantee you that it ain't gonna be easy. But I'm going Wolves. Let's see, about good Grizzlies. Okay, of course, Bryson's going to Grizzlies. Zach, Grizzlies. Anybody else going Grizzlies? Andy's taking the Grizzlies as well. Okay, good. We got people over there. I only felt like 2 or 1 of you guys were going to go with the Grizzlies, but good to see people over there. So we'll see. That game should be a dogfight. Oh, okay. So this is the first 15-game slate. We got Wednesday slate, Friday slate. We got 15 games series games, and it's not kind. So like I said, we're gonna move here a little bit quickly. All right, so first game here on the 15-game slate on Friday, we got Milwaukee at Detroit, and one of the biggest games of the week. I'm going Milwaukee. I'm taking the Bucks. Bobby, if you guys haven't checked, I probably should have said this earlier. Bobby Portis is returning from the Bucks. He is playing this week, and not off an injury, off a suspension. So I do think he'll be fine, and I do think that brings the Bucks to a much better offense. So I'm gonna say the Bobby effect comes into play, and I think they come to Detroit and knock out the Pistons. It won't be easy, but I do think they get it done. Now, this is a 50-50 split. I absolutely agree with this. It should be because how big this game is for both teams. But I think these two teams actually meet 2 times this week, so both matches are going to be very pivotal. Alright, next we got the Magic at Indiana, and I think this game means more to the Magic, but I'm still going to give it to the Pacers. I don't know, I just feel like the Pacers are going to win just because they execute so well down the stretch. So that I think that even though I think the situation is more here for Orlando, I do think the Pacers nearly take care of business, but definitely will not be easy in that matchup. Hawks versus Philly. I said I'm going with Hawks to win this game. I don't know what Philadelphia's going to do this offseason. I really don't. I don't know what kind of path they're in. I guess we'll find out, but yeah, let's just go ahead and do it. Everybody taking the Hawks? Yep. Okay. All right, there we go. Everybody taking the Hawks. Okay. All right. Oh my God. Hornets at the Nets. I mean, the Hornets at the Celtics. Are you serious? At this point, I would say this: no matter who is in their lineup, I'm taking the Celtics. I don't care if their stars are playing. I don't care if their second unit is playing. Whoever is playing for Boston is going to win this game because they have no excuses. They don't have a reason not to win this game. Celtics are definitely the better team, and especially if everybody plays, they're going to beat the shit out of Hornets. Next, we got the Cavs at the Knicks, and this is an NBA TV game, but I'm going to take Cleveland because, like I previously said, the Knicks struggle against the best teams in the East/West. They really do. I think the Knicks are like 0-9 against one of the top two best teams in each conference. So yeah, I'm going to take the Cavs. Anybody taking? Wow, everybody's taking the Cavs. Damn, Knicks wearing their City uniforms too, and nobody's picking them at home. Wow. Okay, that's a shocker there. I can't believe that even existed, but you know what? It is what it is. Wizards at the Bulls. I know I keep complaining about the Bulls not being good at home, but this is one of those games I can trust them on. Out of any games I can trust the Bulls on to win a game at home, it would be this one because I do not trust Washington one bit. I just don't. Plus, the Bulls got more to play for here, so even though they're in the playing tournament, they should be able to have a little bit more to play for here. So yeah, everybody take the Bulls on that one, and we'll see what happens from there. The Heat taking on against the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm taking the Heat. I'm taking the Heat on the road. This could be a trap game for Miami. This very much could be because, Miami Heat, they love to draw. I don't know why, but Miami, they like to fall for these trap games every now and then, which they really shouldn't, but sometimes they do. And it's kind of funny, hilarious when they do, but you know what? It is what it is. You should be able to take care of business there. Toronto at Dallas. I know I didn't take Dallas against the Lakers, but I will take them here against Toronto. They're in a much bigger situation. Anthony Davis should be back. Anthony Davis should be playing this one. Have a big night. I said we're probably going to be seeing majority of the guarantees this week because nobody wants to really catch up together. So everybody's going to go with guarantee there. Brooklyn at Minnesota. Both teams wear their City's uniforms, but Minnesota's uniforms are stronger. They are more fitting, so everybody taking Minnesota. Plus, everybody would probably take Minnesota to win this game in the first place, even though if this didn't even exist, which, well, it did exist, but it kind of did not want to exist. But, so yeah, everybody taking the Bulls, no problem there. Should be able to take them out with no issues. This game is not a massive game here. Denver is hosting Memphis. This is one of the bigger games of the week. I'm gonna go Denver. I'm taking Denver home. Now I am concerned about the coaching situation and how that's gonna be handled, but I'm gonna go Denver. I'm going Denver at home. If I'm wrong, then you know what, fuck it. But I'm going. I know Denver's had their long history of doing whatever, but so yeah, good old fashioned split. I like that. Thunder at the Jazz. Okay, we can go ahead and get this. I'm not even going to talk about this game. We'll go ahead and get this one over with, so we can go ahead and move on to the next one. Spurs at the Suns. I don't know because both teams are injured as shit, and both teams are not really playing that well right now. I guess I'm going with the Suns to win this game because they're at home, but I don't know. And the Suns, if I'm being honest, they could lose this game too. But the question is, do I actually want to pick it? Because I don't know. The Suns are into this shit. Spurs are into this shit. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm going to go with Phoenix. But if you want to make the argument, you can go other way around. I would absolutely agree with you. Because the Suns, they're not good either. Alright, now we got the Warriors at the Trailblazers. And I'm pretty sure everybody's taking the Warriors to win this series. Or not to win the series, to win this game. The Warriors, they're just a better team. I don't know they're going to be on the road for the first round of the playoffs, but they do have a sneaky chance to get into the top 4, but they need a lot to happen. But yeah, Warriors should be able to take care of business. At Portland, that'll be a kind of a business trip for them. Clippers at Sacramento. I'm gonna go with the Clippers, man. I'm gonna go with the Clippers. Got more to play for at home. Yeah, I've been on the road. I know. Oh, yeah, the Kings are home. Yeah, I'm still going with Clippers, but I don't know why. But why am I not feeling good about this big? Like, why am I hesitating about this big? I don't know. It's because Sacramento is somewhat decent at home. I'm not sure, but I guess we're gonna go with that route. All right, and now we have probably one of my favorite matchups in the entire weekend, or the entire week, I should say. And we have Houston going into LA to face the Lakers on NBA TV. This is a primetime game. Shit, I don't really know who to pick here. Just because it's my boys, and we have to win 2 games, and we beat the Rockets last time we were at home. I'm gonna take them here. You take care of business at home, we win this game, and we go celebrate. That's what I got. So I'm taking the Lakers. Say Lakers in Lakers, right? Houston, Zach, Houston, Yeller's taking Houston, and Andy with the Lakers. All right, good old fashioned split. I love the team colors on this one. I really do. I like the uniforms both teams are wearing here, but that should be a fun one. And then so Saturday we don't have no games on Saturday, but Sunday we have 15 games, aka the last game of the season for some teams. And that's not going to be including this one. We have Orlando at Atlanta. I think these 2 teams were switched like a couple of days ago, so that's why I think both games are very pivotal for both teams. But I'm gonna take the Hawks at home. So the Magic can win this game on the road, and I wouldn't be surprised if people would take the Magic on the road, because the Magic are actually better on the road than they are at home. They're kind of like the Bulls, but 3 people over there with Magic, I can absolutely see it. I can see it. It's possible. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, last game of the season for these teams. That's coming up here in a second. Hornets at the Celtics is going to be the last game for the Charlotte Hornets, and it's not going to end in a pretty way because you're going into the defending champs, and I don't think the outcome is going to be the difference maker here. So yeah, everybody take the Celtics, and the Hornets enjoy the offseason there. So that's the deal. Now we have the battle of New York between the Knicks and the Brooklyn Nets. Now, when you look at the last game of the season, you have to imagine that teams are going to be benching their starters. And the Knicks are going to be benching their starters in this game. We don't really see it. But until we see it, I'm going to go with the Knicks. Until we see it. It might happen. It might not happen. It depends. But yeah, I think everybody's going to go with the Knicks, especially if their stars are playing. If their stars are not playing, then I would probably take the Nets. But I'm a little tired. But yeah, everybody take the Knicks there. Pacers at Cleveland. This is a potential second round matchup, and if that's what this is, then I wouldn't be shocked. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Cavs to win this game. Even though they probably both teams are probably gonna be benching starters at this point. But so yeah, are we all taking the Cavs? Oh no, Zach's taking the Pacers. Okay, anybody else taking Pacers? Andy. Okay, nice. So it's just not a guarantee here. Which is definitely understandable. So we will see what happens, and then we'll go from there. But that one should be another fun game. We're just at Miami, kind of like what I said. Like the situation for Miami is much more critical. Washington's done for the season. Atlanta. Oh wow, and he's taking the upset there. Okay, but yeah, like I said, Washington, they're done for the season. They have nothing to play for. They enjoy the offseason. Maybe they can get that one more pick. Maybe they do keep Cooper Flag, but I don't know. We will see. But yeah, everybody going with the Miami Heat, understandably so. Bulls at the Sixers. I gotta go with the Bulls, right? This is one of those games that if Philly was healthy with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, I would take the Sixers. But like I said, I'm just curious how the Sixers are going to spend their offseason. I really am. I'm just curious what they're going to do. Are they going to trade people? No, I do think the Sixers have to make a move this offseason, but the question is, what move are you making this offseason? So I think it's going to be critical. But everybody with the Bulls, not really a shock there to anybody. And we will see. And then, like I said, I talked about this matchup already before. Detroit at Milwaukee. This time will be in Milwaukee. Both teams were in City Edition uniforms. It's tough, man. It's tough because these 2 games between these two this week is so critical. I'm taking the Bucks. I'm taking the Bucks at home. I don't know, man. Like this game is just so damn critical. It really is. Like whoever loses this game is probably going to be the 6th seed, and then whoever wins the games is going to be a 5 seed. So, or potentially 4 seed if Indiana does drop some games. So, so we'll see. 5 people with the Bucks at home, 3 people with the Pistons on the road. Is that the game is going to be a dogfight? So we'll see what happens there. And this could be another potential game, huge game here. We got Denver at Houston. I'm gonna go Houston. I want to pick Denver here, but I'm not going to. I was thinking about it, but I was like, Denver. I know how well they execute, but I don't know the stats of Jamal Murray. I don't know if he's coming back just yet. I'm gonna go with the Rockets. I'm gonna go Rockets in a squeaker. It should be a good game, but I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go with the Houston Rockets. Oh wow, only me, Yeller, and Zach over here. Wow. Okay. But yeah, everybody else is taking Denver. We'll see about that. Mavericks at Memphis. Could be a big game, but in different scenarios. Maverick for the play-in, Grizzlies for the play-in / playoffs. This could be a good game for huge potential game for both teams. Like I said, especially the loser from that game. But I'm gonna go with the Mavericks. I'm actually gonna take the Mavericks on the road. Like I said, I love this Anthony Davis potential team, and I can't wait to do how they do in the playoffs with them. Oh wait, never mind. I made a mistake here. Bryson's taking the Grizzlies. My bad. Bryson's taking the Grizzlies. I gotta move him over there. I forgot to move him over there before I started pre-recording. But anyway, back what I was saying. Memphis probably should be able to win this game if they take care of the basketball. But at the same time, Dallas, AD, can't really messing around. AD is still trying to get back in rhythm, so I do think they'll start their starters. But playing the Grizzlies on the road is never easy. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Utah at Timberwolves, and the Jazz are closing out this season with a bang because they're going to get their ass whooped by a desperate Minnesota Timberwolves side. So I don't think this game will be kind at all to Utah. But if it is, then that would be kind of crazy. But because it ain't gonna happen, Minnesota's gonna be that ass. Now we got the Thunder at the Pelicans, and basically, kind of like I said, Pelicans way to go out under these uniforms on your own court. But yeah, but when you're playing against a team like OKC, I don't think it matters. So yeah, everybody going Thunder. Then we have Toronto at San Antonio. I said this game doesn't mean shit. I don't know. I guess Toronto wins, but I don't know. Pick who you want here because there's no playoff applications for either team. So just go what you got here. Really no wrong answer. So just pick who you want here. 5 people on the Raptors. Okay, all right, that's fair. Clippers at the Golden State. Massive game here. This is for playoff seeding. This is for everything here. In Golden State. I'm gonna go with the Warriors. If this game was in LA, I probably would go with the Clippers, but Clippers are playing so well right now. Clippers defense is pretty damn good. I'm gonna go with the Warriors just because we're at home, but this is but man, this was tricky. This game is fucking tricky to predict. Bryson and Andy both going to Clippers. Sad guy, I can see it. I'm surprised 3 people did not go with the Clippers. I'm surprised, but yeah, the Warriors taking care of business there, and then we got the Lakers at the Portland Trail Blazers, and I'm not gonna edit that, but yeah, the Lakers should be able to take care of business here. Easy game, should be able to go to Portland, get the job done. Portland's done for the season, so yeah, that is that. The Lakers should be able to take care of business, and then we got Phoenix at Sacramento. I'm expecting Sacramento to still be playing their guys. Same with the Suns. I'm expecting the Suns to be out of the playoff contention, and I will take the Kings to win this game. I actually feel confident about that the Kings will win this game. The Kings are at home. They said they got more to play for. Maybe maybe Dallas dropped some games and they have a chance to get a home playing tournament game. But so like I said, the Suns are done. They got nothing to play for it, or they look horrible all around. So yeah, Sacramento take care of business there, and that will conclude week 25 of the NBA season. Like I said, if you guys appreciate this content this season, make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe button. Make sure you guys let me know. But I do appreciate you guys for the ride that we have been this year. Like I said, we will be back for the playoffs, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But anyway, we'll see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna hop out, get this together so you guys can watch it on time, and for me to go to bed. So I appreciate your support. This is BabyNation.com. Peace out. Stay safe. See you guys next time. Peace out.